There are times in life when the people around you, the ones you once laughed with, trusted, even loved, begin to feel like storms instead of shelter. Conversations turn sharp. Support becomes silence. You walk away from each interaction more drained than before. You may ask yourself, is it them? Is it me? Should I walk away? Or should I stay and try to fix it? If you're in this place right now, I want you to know you're not weak and you're not alone. Even the most disciplined minds, Stoic or not, have stood at this crossroads. But what makes Stoics different is not that they avoid toxic people. It's that they handle them differently. They don't lash out, they don't play games, and they don't let bitterness take root. Instead, they respond with clarity, with strength, and above all, with peace. In this video, we'll explore how the Stoics navigated toxic relationships and how you can do the same. Here are 7 Stoic strategies that will help you protect your peace without losing your principles. 1. You recognize your emotions but don't act from them. Toxic relationships often trigger strong reactions: anger, guilt, anxiety, even shame. But the Stoics taught us that while we cannot control what others do, we can always control how we respond. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This doesn't mean pretending to be unaffected. It means pausing before you react, observing the emotion, and asking, is this feeling useful right now? Epictetus said that if someone speaks to you with cruelty, it's not the words themselves that hurt you, but your judgment of them. When you're around someone toxic, train yourself to notice the emotional trigger, but don't let it take the wheel. Imagine you're a lighthouse. The storm may rage around you, but you don't move. You remain grounded. 2. You stop trying to change them. This is one of the hardest lessons in life, realizing you cannot fix someone who doesn't want to be fixed. Many of us waste years believing, if I love them enough, if I explain things better, if I'm more patient, they'll change. But Stoicism teaches us to focus only on what is within our control, and the choices of others do not belong in that category. Seneca once wrote, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." Trying to save someone from themselves might feel noble, but it can become a trap. You lose your energy, you bend your values, and in the end, nothing changes except you becoming a shadow of who you once were. Let them walk their path. You walk yours, with boundaries, with kindness, and with strength. 3. You detach with compassion, not resentment. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop bleeding for someone who keeps handing you the knife. When a relationship becomes toxic, Stoics don't seek revenge or closure. They don't rehearse arguments or prove their worth. They detach, gracefully, and when necessary, silently. Marcus Aurelius again offers clarity. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. That means rising above the chaos, not engaging in drama, not feeding the conflict, simply stepping back. You can love someone and still walk away. You can forgive them and still never invite them back into your life. That's not cruelty. That's wisdom. 4. You protect your peace as a daily discipline. Just like the body needs sleep and food, the soul needs peace, and toxic people will drain that peace faster than anything else. The Stoics practiced mental hygiene the way others practice physical hygiene. Each day, they examined their thoughts, reflected on their actions, and reminded themselves of what really matters. Seneca said, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." That's not elitism, it's self-preservation. Surround yourself with those who uplift, challenge and support you, not those who guilt-trip, belittle, or emotionally exhaust you. Peace is not passive. It is an active choice, a muscle you build every time you choose silence over shouting, space over sabotage, and clarity over chaos. 5. You stop internalizing their behavior. When someone treats us poorly, it's easy to think, maybe I deserve it, maybe I'm too sensitive, maybe I'm the problem. But Stoicism teaches us not to take other people's actions personally. The way someone treats you is a reflection of them, not a measure of you. Epictetus reminds us, another person will not hurt you without your cooperation. You are hurt the moment you believe yourself to be. This doesn't mean we ignore reality. If someone is toxic, we acknowledge it, but we don't allow their words to sink in like truth. We don't let their chaos become our identity. You are not unworthy just because someone else failed to love you properly. 6. You create boundaries without apology. Stoics were not passive. They were not doormats. They believed in virtue, yes, but also in fortitude. And part of fortitude is saying no, clearly, calmly, and consistently. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are gates to protect what matters. If someone crosses a line, you don't need to scream. You don't need to explain yourself 10 times. You simply reinforce the boundary. Marcus Aurelius knew this well. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Letting someone repeatedly violate your boundaries will stain your spirit. That's not strength, that's surrender. Protect your peace, not with anger, but with certainty. 7. You grow from the experience, not bitter from it. Finally, Stoicism is not about avoiding pain. It's about transforming pain. When a toxic relationship ends, be it romantic, professional, or familial, the Stoic doesn't just survive it, they learn from it. They ask, what did this teach me about my values? Where did I lose myself? How can I carry this forward as wisdom? Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." That applies to relationships too. The Stoic seeks depth, not drama, alignment, not approval, meaning, not performance. When you walk away from someone who poisons your spirit, you are not just leaving a person, you are choosing a higher version of yourself. And that's where healing begins. Conclusion. Toxic relationships can feel like anchors, dragging us down, clouding our judgment, making us doubt our worth. But Stoicism gives us the tools not just to survive them, but to transcend them. So if you've recognized 1, 2, or even all of these 7 signs, pause and reflect. Maybe life isn't tearing you apart. Maybe it's pulling you back so you can launch forward. You're not losing, you're learning. You're not breaking, you're becoming unbreakable. If this video spoke to you, share your thoughts in the comments. Which of these Stoic strategies resonated the most? Have you had to walk away from a toxic connection? I'd love to hear your story. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because this is just the beginning of your journey towards inner peace.